The last week and a half, we've been examining some big money issues that are listed on next month's Rhode Island statewide election ballot. 4 of the 7 referendum questions seek permission to raise money from the bond market for some pretty expensive proposals for construction and acquisition of various kinds. Our guests so far have supported these projects. Today, let's see what our guest today thinks of all of that. Mike Stenhouse is CEO of the Rhode Island Center for Freedom and Prosperity, a nonpartisan free enterprise think tank. You've, I'm sure, studied the proposals. I don't know if your organization has taken a stand. What's your personal view?
Well, we haven't taken an official position, but I do warn voters to think hard about this. We look at this as just more special interest spending, to dedicated, targeted areas when we could be saving that money and using it for general tax relief to put more money back in people's pockets to improve our business climate. We already suffer from really, I think it's something like $14,000 a year per resident in Rhode Island or per citizen in debt. We're one of the worst 5 nations in the country when it comes to debt service, the interest payments. So we just don't think, we need to change our culture, and we really should cut some spending and be a little bit more disciplined.
The state, of course, is also paying back bond issues that were approved in previous years because these payments to the investors are spread out, sometimes over 20, 25 years.
Yeah, it's just like putting more and more money on your credit card, a family credit card. And, at some point, there comes a point when it's too much. And we would say that if these issues, the spending issues were so important, they should go in the general budget and not be tacked on as an additional debt.
All right, let's take a look at the 4 proposals that ask for money and the total amount spent. These are not just what the state is asking for. These totals represent the principal and interest that has to be paid back over the period of time that these bonds mature. The total, $364,965,481. And I got to tell you, I had to calculate that the old-fashioned way in my head and on paper because the calculators in the office don't go that high.
Well, again, if you just divide that by about 100,000, you equate that to your own family's budget, you can see why would we just keep adding that more debt on our credit card. So again, we ask voters to think very hard about whether we should be spending more money given the poor state of our economy in Rhode Island.
All right, let's look at a quick summary of the other statewide referendum questions and their general topics. We had a discussion on Monday of this week about the Constitutional Convention, question number 3. Do you have a view on that?
Yeah, we don't take any position on the first 2, but we're very strong advocates of a Constitutional Convention. It's a spending culture that we were just talking about that needs to be changed, and our political class and our General Assembly won't change it. So it's time for the people to step in, to approve a convention, and let's put some tax and spending restraints so we can grow our economy and create jobs. We are very strong supporters of question 3. We hope everybody will vote to approve it.
All right, and we thank you for your views, Mike Stenhouse.
Thank you, Frank.
Rhode Island Center for Freedom and Prosperity and our Money Watchers Business Lunch.